Hi guys, I wanted to talk about a little problem that I've noticed with the 17mm tilt shift, and in case this is a problem on your lens as well, this will be a fix for you. What I started to notice is that the mount here was coming loose, or the shift mechanism was loose. You can see there was just a ton of play in here. And actually it was bad enough that I noticed on some of the images I was getting focus drift in the corners. And the play is where the shift mechanism is. And we can see it's moving around quite a lot. Before it got this loose, one of the first things I noticed was that I couldn't lock the shift mechanism anymore. The lock function just did not work. And then of course it got looser and looser. Now the fix for this is really quite simple. And so I just want to show you how to fix this problem. And basically it's all to do with these little flathead screws on the shift knob where the S is. And essentially what you need to do is simply tighten these down, and this will fix the problem. Now, you really don't want to go crazy on these. You want to be fairly gentle. If you tighten them too much, you'll simply bind the mechanism and it won't work at all. So you want to find that sweet spot between a little bit of friction, being nice and tight, and not having any play in it there. So there we go. I'm just going to make sure the lock is off. That's a tiny bit tight there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen it off, really just probably 1/8 of a turn, really very, very little here. And that should fix the problem. Okay, so now we can operate the shift, and there we can see it's quite a bit tighter. I think we could probably tighten it down just a little bit more there. And just find that sweet spot. I found that the adjustment on these screws is fairly sensitive, so you might want to have a little play around with it and get it to the spot that you think is best for you. Let's make sure the lock is off. That works good. And there we go. Very little movement in that at all now. And I should be able to lock it off on this side as well. And when I push that, there's no movement now. So that's actually locked. The lock is functioning. There's no more play in that, or very little play, and we're good to go. All right, I hope that's useful. Maybe check your lens, see if it needs a little tighten on that, but all it is those little flathead screws where the shift mechanism is. Just look for the S.